Wakes up to the hum of a busted V8. Same black coffee, same heavy weight. She left him in fall, now it's always cold, but it don't speak of stories that old. Hands stained black, dreams turn gray. Fixes old Fords to forget her face. Radio plays a lonely chord. He wipes the tears with a socket, wrench ignored. In the grease and ghost, he finds his fight. Buried love in motor light. He ain't running, just staying still, where time don't heal, but the engines will. Yeah, grease and ghosts and rust and chrome. It ain't heaven, but it's home. License plates hang like broken hearts. He's patched more steel than brand new starts. Every scar has a serial number. Tales of nights he don't remember. Once loved a girl from Baton Rouge. She danced like wind and drank like truth. She's gone, but in the back she stays in that 69 Dodge with the cracked paint fades. In the grease and ghosts, he finds his fight. Buried love in motor light. He ain't running, just staying still, where time don't heal, but the engines will. Yeah, grease and ghosts and rust and chrome. It ain't heaven, but it's home. Southern dust, he trusts the steel cause he can't trust much. The world drives by, don't see his pain, but under that hood he's whole again. In the grease and ghosts, his fire survives. Each spark plug screams he's still alive. Wrenching truth from busted dreams. He ain't lost, grease and ghosts, bolts and flame. It's where the heartbreak knows his name. With a cigarette flame. Daddy left town, never gave his name. I learned to walk on splintered floors, with the sound of thunder slamming doors. Cornbread prayers and shotgun grace. Whiskey stains that time can't erase. The preacher said I was born to lose, but I wear my sins like broken boots. I was raised by the smoke, fed by the fire, sang with the wolves and barbed wire choir. Ain't no heaven for a soul like mine, but I'll ride these rails till the end of time. Yeah, raised by the smoke, burned into my bloodline. Tires hiss on a red clay track. Love ran off, she ain't coming back. hustling soul with a shattered plan. I chase ghosts like they owe me debt, with nothing to lose but the cigarettes. I was raised by the smoke, fed by the fire, sang with the wolves in barbed wire choirs. Ain't no heaven for a soul like mine, but I'll ride these rails till the end of time. Yeah, raised by the smoke, burned into my bloodline. No mercy waits in this rusted land, only scars shaped by a calloused hand. So if I fall, don't dig my grave. Let the wind take what I couldn't save. I was raised by the smoke, born in the flame. Southern blood, wild and untamed. Let the blacktop scream, let the thunder roll. I'll leave this world with a rebel soul. Yeah, raised by the smoke, and I'd do it all again.
He walks with a limp down a ghost town street. Boots worn thin, no one left to meet. Dog tags swing on his rearview glass. Every mile of memory, every breath of past. His hands don't shake, but his voice is low. Tells stories only dead men know. A war he fought that don't make no sense. Now he fights sleep behind a chain link fence. There's rust in his rifle, fire in his bones. Carries ghosts he's never shown. He don't speak much, just stares through the wind, waiting for the day his time gives in. Yeah, rust in his rifle, but his spirit won't bend. Got a photo folded in a leather case of a girl he swears had an angel's face. Says she left when he came back changed, like the man she knew just rearranged. The preacher called but he never knelt. Said God ain't felt the pain he's felt, so he drives these roads with silence loud. A rebel soul wrapped in a thundercloud. Stools know his name by heart. Cigarettes and bourbon tear him apart, but every scar's a badge he earned in a world that forgot how hard it burned. There's rust in his rifle, dust in his veins, wounds too deep for the summer rains. He rides through dusk with a final grin. One more sunset, then he rides again. Rust in his rifle, but you can't kill the man within. The jukebox plays that same old tune about love gone wrong in a hollowed moon. Bartender knows me by my life, says, boy, your ghost got hungry eyes. One more round to drown the past, and in this bar where the sorrow always lasts. It's the last round in Mercy's bar, where the lost pour drinks into old scars. You can pray or you can scream, but nothing here is what it seems. Last call for the souls that fall behind these walls. We've seen it all. Flicking matches just to see them burn. Every sip another lesson unlearned. That corner booth still holds her shape, like perfume trapped in leather and fate. Outside the world just spins and shines, but in here we toast to ruined rhymes. The mirror cracks but won't reflect the man I was before regret. It's the last round in Mercy's bar, where the lost pour drinks into old scars. You can pray or you can scream, but nothing here is what it seems. Last call for the souls that fall behind these walls. We've seen it all. Mercy don't live here no more. She packed her bags in '94, left the key but locked her name. Now this bar just deals in pain. It's the last round in Mercy's bar. One more sin inside a mason jar. Broken hearts like shattered glass, bleeding out for a love that passed. So raise your glass, forget the stars. We're all just ghosts at Mercy's bar.
Steel in my jaw, mud on my name. Been chasing ghosts through diesel flame. My shadow walks ahead of me, with whiskey breath and busted knees. Midnight wheels on a bleeding track, no holy light, no looking back. Ashes dance where mercy died. I ride the wind where sinners hide. Let the gravel choir sing. Thunder rolls broken strings. Raise your fist, let the fire loose. We were born to bleed and break the news. Yeah, the gravel choir sings. Barbed wire crown on a rusted throne. Every prayer I screamed alone. Gasoline gospel in my chest. This outlaw soul don't beg for rest. She left scars, I left towns. Traded love for engine sounds. Gritted my voice, sparks in my blood. Baptized deep in southern mud. Let the gravel choir sing. Thunder rolls broken strings. Raise your fist, let the fire loose. We were born to bleed and break the news. Yeah, the gravel choir sings.
just a rebel heart in a violent crown. If you hear that rumble and don't run, you're one of us, a loaded gun. Let the gravel choir sing, blacktop dreams on eagle wings. Ride that line, hello grace, we were made to shake this place. Let the gravel choir sing.
Came back swinging through rusted gates. Town still talks but don't know my fate. Spent 10 long years in a box of steel. Now I walk like pain knows how I feel. They said I'd ride that through the key, but truth ain't blind, it found me free. Tattooed sins across my chest, but I wear them proud, I passed the test. I'm the chain breaker, ghost in boots, walking tall through the stitched up truth. No more cuffs, no damn excuse. I paid in blood, I earned my dues. Let them whisper, let them choose. I ain't their shame, I'm chain breaker blue. Preacher won't shake my hand no more. My mama cries behind the screen door, but I didn't fold, I didn't lie. I watched my name burn in that sky. Now I build from ash and rage. Ain't no cell, just a bigger stage. I drive this town like a rebel hymn, guitar in hand, fire within. I'm the chain breaker, ghost in boots, walking tall through the stitched up truth. No more cuffs, no damn excuse. I paid in blood, I earned my dues. Let them whisper, let them choose. I ain't their shame, I'm chain breaker standing still. Forgiveness don't come wrapped in white. Sometimes it roars through blackened nights. I'm the chain breaker, heart aflame. Burn my past, rebuild my name. They threw stones, I built a path through fire, dirt, and aftermath. Now I sing what they refused. I'm the sound of rusted steel in a town that don't know how to heal. Dusty smiles and crooked grace. You learn to fake love to save your face. Mama prayed but the walls caved in. Daddy drowned in his fifth of sin. Church bells rang like prison chimes, and this hollow broke me one last time. I was buried alive in Jackson Hollow, choked on pride too thick to swallow. Dirt on my name, blood in the well. I ain't going back to that small town hell. Buried
nothing left but grief and hate. But I found fire and broken bones and built my throne from sticks and stones. Sheriff's boys tried to shut me down, but I ghosted out of that poison town. Now every mile is a middle finger to the past I let linger. I was buried alive in Jackson Hollow, choked on pride too thick to swallow. Dirt on my name, blood in the well. I ain't going back to that small town hell. Buried alive, but I clawed out clean. Now I burn like gas in a rebel machine. Gone. You can't chain a heart made of storm. I ain't the boy who knelt and prayed. I'm the howl in the dark they made. I was buried alive in Jackson Hollow, left my past in smoke and shadow. Stone by stone, tore that grave. Now ride the fire I used to crave. Buried alive, now I ride unseen, fueled by rage and a gasoline dream.
I woke up in a truck stop town, smell of diesel, sky hanging down, sunrise crawling over broken lines, stomachs full of rust, heart full of crime. Boot prints in the blood red clay, another bar fight, another day. Bible in the glove box still unread, but I ain't dead yet, just half misled. I got smoke in my lungs, fire in my head, running from the past, sleeping with regret. Whiskey don't heal, but it helps me forget. So like mine, I ain't found peace yet. I got smoke in my lungs, and I'm still breathing dead. Mama said I was born with a curse. Every mile I drive just makes it worse. She prayed hard, I rolled the dice, swapping my church shoes for a roll of ice. I scream when I take that bend, chasing demons I call my friends. A southern storm in a steel frame skin, trying to outrun the man I've been. I got smoke in my lungs, fire in my head, running from the past, sleeping with regret. Whiskey don't heal, but it helps me forget. So like mine, ain't found peace yet. I got smoke in my lungs, and I'm still breathing dead. Ain't no salvation in this road, just back roads, blood, and a slamming door. If there's grace, it ain't come yet, just the echo of my own silhouette. I got smoke in my lungs, fire in my chest, carrying guilt like a bulletproof vest. Ain't no preacher gonna lay me down. I'm a ghost with boots in a dead-end town. Yeah, smoke in my lungs, but I ain't done just yet. in this rearview light, just a graveyard of coulda beens at night. And every mile's a sermon I scream, trying to outrun every damn dream. These are my blacktop confessions, scars that sing in all directions. If there's mercy, I'll miss the sign, but I'll ride this guilt till the end of time. Yeah, blacktop confessions, where the sinner drives the line.
Blood on my hands, dust on my tongue, chasing the sun since I was young. Wounds still fresh, but I don't flinch. I've walked that fire inch by inch. Tattooed past on a rusted frame, leather heart they tried to tame. I ride the line where shadows bite and make peace with the dead of night. Wolves don't pray, we howl and fight, running free in the dying light. No preacher's cross can make me kneel. I burn for truth, I live what's real. Wolves don't pray, we break the chain, born of thunder, forged in pain. Steel nerves, callous grace, mirror cracked, I face my face. Every mile's a battle scar, and I wear 'em proud like a southern star. She left a note, I left a storm. A rebel's heart don't come perform. Gasoline grace boots full of sin. I lost the past but found the wind. Wolves don't pray, we howl and fight, running free in the dying light. No preacher's cross can make me kneel. I burn for truth, I live what's real. Wolves don't pray, we break the chain, born of thunder, forged in pain. No candlelight, just lightning's kiss, raised on grit, not promises. This soul don't beg, it stands and sways with dirt in my lungs and the fire that stays. Wolves don't pray, we rise and run beneath the moon, beneath no one. A rebel cry that won't decay. We live and die our savage way. Wolves don't pray. No, we don't pray.
Barbed wire dreams and a blood-red moon. I broke those chains one August noon. Boots hit the ground like a war drum roll. Breathing fast, chasing back my soul. Razor fences behind my name. Dirt on my skin, but I ain't ashamed. They called me lost, I called it free. That cage was never meant for me. I'm out of that cell, hell at my heels, running through fire with busted wheels. No preacher's word, no siren song can tell me where my soul belongs. Out of that cell, into the storm. born to break, not to conform. Tracks cut sharp through pine wood air. Dogs are howling, but I don't care. Sky bleeds gold on a southern trail. I'd rather die than rot in a jail. Every mile of sin I own, each heartbeat carved in weathered stone. A rebel hymn inside my chest, screaming loud through every breath. I'm out of that cell, hell in my heels, running through fire with busted wheels. No preacher's word, no siren song can tell me where my soul belongs. Out of that cell, into the storm, born to break, not to conform. Tattooed wrists and gasoline, freedom tastes like kerosene. One last blaze before the end. A sinner don't need to pretend. I'm out of that cell, wild and raw. The law can chase, but I ain't gonna crawl. Let 'em come, let the lightning crash. I'll vanish with the thunder's flash. Out of that cell, into the wild, still running like the devil's child. Top bands, red lips loaded like a 45 again. Daddy had the badge, I had a plan. She tossed the key, said let's outrun this land. Hair like fire under that moonlight, tattoos hidden under her denim tight. She said you ain't clean and I ain't pure. I said girl, that's the kind of love I'm sure. Run with me baby past the state line dust. Leave the small town whispers buried in the rust. They can chase with their lights, we'll chase the night. Two outlaws burning wrong into right. Run with me baby like hell's on our heels. This kind of love, don't beg, it steals. We lit that motel up with cigarette light, hearts racing faster than the sheriff's fight. She kissed like danger, sweet and wild. I grinned and said you drive me vile. The radio played some outlaw hymn as we carved our names on a bottle of gin. She said they'll never understand this fire. I said let 'em talk, we're wired for desire. Run with me baby past the state line dust. Leave the small town whispers buried in the rust. They can chase with their lights,
We don't want fame, just escape these balls. With gasoline and dynamite, kissing hard in the flashing lights. Run with me, baby, let the engine scream. We ain't sinners, we're just a dream. Let them write their tales in black and white. We'll burn like legends out of sight. Run with me, baby, let the wheels spin raw. No law, no cage, no goddamn flaw. Rain hit hard on the county line. Smoke in my lungs, whiskey on my spine. Throttle wide with a heavy heart, trying to outrun what tore me apart. I knew that bend past the railroad sign. Locals call it the devil's spine. But I was laid drunk, full of heat, and that curve came quick like a goddamn beat. Curve 19 almost took my name. Tires screamed like a bullet train. Saw my life in broken glass, metal twist and lightning flash. Curve 19, she kissed my face, left me breathing by God's disgrace. I should be gone, cold and clean, but I lived to curse that curve 19. Eyes wide open, upside down. Gasoline drip, no siren sound. The ditch was deep, but breath came slow. Heard my heartbeat thump like a radio. Phone was cracked, blood on the dash. Soul half leaving in every flash. But fate said, boy, you ain't done. You'll ride again neath the southern sun. Curve 19 almost took my name. Tires screamed like a bullet train. Saw my life in broken glass, metal twist and lightning flash. Curve 19, she kissed my face, left me breathing by God's disgrace. I should be gone, cold and clean, but I lived to curse that curve 19. Now every time I see that road, I grip that wheel like I'm holding gold. A second chance wrapped in scars and rust, covered in gravel, fear and dust. Curve 19 burned in my skin. I ride slow, but I ride again. No holy light, just black and blue, but I'm still standing, that's the truth. Curve 19, you came real mean, but I'm still blazed, still breathing steam. You took the weak, you tried for me, but I walked out of curve 19. Born in a trailer off a dead-end road, hammer and rust built my home code. Mama prayed hard, daddy fought the land. I learned to swing a wrench before I could stand. Barefoot in gravel, skin turned
dust in my blood. I got dust in my blood, fire in my chest, raised on broken, never settled for less. From cracked black top to pine wood flood, this all rolls deep with dust in my blood. First kiss tasted like gasoline underneath stars and a 65 machine. Moonshine nights and shotgun skies, we learned to live between the lows and highs. No college dream, a silver spoon, just southern nights and a blood red moon. Still I rise when the thunder floods, 'cause I was born with dust in my blood. I got dust in my blood, fire in my chest, raised on broken, never settled for less. From cracked black top to pine wood flood, the soul rolls deep with dust in my blood. Ain't no Sioux gonna tell me how to run. I was forged by the sweat and the southern sun. Steel and scars are what I trust, and I ain't ever washing off this dust. Yeah, dust in my blood, fire in my chest, back road rebel, born and blessed. From grit to bone, from God to flood, I'll die proud with dust in my blood. Spent 6 years locked behind steel bars, counting days by fights, scars and stars. Cellmate preach while the sirens scream. Freedom ain't clean when you live in a dream. Wrote my sins in blood on concrete walls, heard my name echo in judgment halls. Did my time, never snitched or cried. Walked out broke, but I walked out with pride. Chains, dust and pride, worn out boots and a soul I can't hide. Ain't no angel, but I never lied. I paid my dues, took that ride. Still standing tall with chains, dust and pride. Mama don't smile like she used to do. Shame cuts deep, but guilt ain't true. I took the fall that some won't take, held the line, let the vultures break. The law don't love you when you're poor and wild. Just a case file, just another outlaw child. But I made it out without bowing low. Took every bruise and let it show. Chains, dust and pride, worn out boots and a soul I can't hide. Ain't no angel, but I never lied. I paid my dues, took that ride. Still standing tall with chains, dust and pride.
write your name in the foghorn glass. Now I etch it deep like shattered past. You kissed like fire, then turned to smoke. Left me breathing ash with every stroke. You said forever, I carved it in. Now forever's rusting on my skin. Love don't kill, but yours sure cut. Now I bleed steel and I don't trust. I got a heart made of blade, forged in the lies that you laid. You broke me down, then ran away. But baby, I'm sharper every day. I ain't soft, I ain't afraid. 'Cause now I walk with a heart made of blade. Rings on the counter, boots by the door. I ain't the same fool you loved before. The whiskey's colder, the night runs long, but my spine got stiff and my soul got strong. You haunt the bars like a ghost on loop, but I got scars that learn the truth. Ain't no bandage for what you did, just a silver heart where the red once lived. I got a heart made of blade, forged in the lies that you laid. You broke me down, then ran away. But baby, I'm sharper every day. I ain't soft, I ain't afraid. 'Cause now I walk with a heart made of blade. I ain't bitter, I'm redefined. Love was a war I didn't start. Now I wear armor where I had a heart. I got a heart made of blade. Ain't no sorrow, just upgrade. Each betrayal built the edge. Each goodbye drove in the wedge. So if I'm cold, it's 'cause I stayed too long before I turned to blade.
They found him cold by the tracks one night, skin and bones, eyes full of fight. Tossed him bread, he stuck around and never left, not one damn town. We rode back roads and chased the storms, slept in fields, stayed barely warm. He never spoke, but understood more than any man ever could. Old dog by the fire, gray around the eyes, watch me drink, watch me lie. Laid his head when I broke down, never judged, never made a sound. Old dog by the fire, heart of golden wire. When the world turned cold, he just curled up close. That old dog by the fire. Saw my highs, he saw my wrecks, watched me bleed from busted necks. Barroom fights and nights in jail, he waited patient without fail. Never chased no better life, he just stayed through all the strife. Through every mile, he held his ground, but now his bed don't make a sound. Old dog by the fire, gray around the eyes, watch me drink, watch me lie. Laid his head when I broke down, never judged, never made a sound. Old dog by the fire, heart of golden wire. When the world turned cold, he just curled up close. That old dog by the fire. see him when the smoke clears. His loyalty carved in stone, the kind of love I've never known. Oh, dog by the fire, soul made of steel, the only friend who was always real. Now I sit alone by the flame, but I still whisper his name. Mama cried in the kitchen light when your boots walked out that night. 6 years old, too young to see. No note, no call, no damn goodbye, just a name I still wear and a why. You left your blood but not your voice. Guess raising me was never your choice. Empty porch, heavy name. You left but I carry the blame. Your shadow still walks through my dreams, but you ain't the man you used to seem. I built my spine from southern stone, learned to fight and ride alone. Empty porch, heavy name. You left fire, I learned the flame. Heard folks say you were wild and mean, drank hard and chased every scene, but I needed more than old bar fights. Mama raised me with broken hands, held the house up like a southern man. You were gone, but I grew tall. Never needed you after all. Empty porch, heavy name. You left, but I carry the blame. Your shadow still walks through my dreams, but you ain't the man you used to seem. I built my spine from southern stone, learned to fight and ride alone. Empty porch, heavy name. You left fire, I learned the flame. If I see you down that road someday, I won't curse, won't beg you to stay. Just a nod, a cold goodbye. I found my truth in a deeper sky. Empty porch, heavy name, but I forged myself through the pain. Ain't no blood gonna make a man. It's the scars in where you stand. I ride on with no shame, burning bright from your blame. Empty porch, heavy name. You lost me, I became.
Headlights cut through the fog and bone, cracked windshield, riding alone. Moon hangs low like a judgment stare. Ashtray full, but I don't care. Gravel whispers under my wheels. This old truck knows how it feels to carry weight you never told.
Down this stretch of midnight cold, I'm driving down Cemetery Road, past names I once knew, carved in stone. Each mile's a ghost I never outran, each sin sitting in the passenger van. Ain't no turn back, no highway sign, just smoke, regret, and borrowed time, burying pieces of the man I owe, one by one on Cemetery Road. Flashbacks flicker in the rearview glass, bar fights, wrong turns, love that didn't last. Preacher's voice on the AM dial, talking about grace I ain't heard in a while. A bottle rolls beneath my boot, half full of pain, half mute truth. The wind don't ask, it just howls through, like every voice I once knew. I'm driving down Cemetery Road, past names I once knew, carved in stone. Each mile's a ghost I never outran, each sin sitting in the passenger van. Ain't no turn back, no highway sign, just smoke, regret, and borrowed time, burying pieces of the man I owe, one by one on Cemetery Road. The trees bend low like they know my name. Ain't no judgment, just southern rain. I light one match and let it burn to the boy I was who won't return. Still driving down Cemetery Road with songs and scars I never show. No peace, no plan, no saving grace, just this engine and my father's face. Ain't no light at the end, just the load I towed and the howl of the wheels on Cemetery Road. Came back home with boots soaked deep, and past the church where I used to sleep. Rain hit hard on rusted tin, like every sin I kept within. Gravel roads still know my name, whispers blow like smoke and shame. Window cracks in mama's porch still smell whiskey and burnt torch. It's rain and rebellion in my veins, thunder screams louder than my chains. No prayers left in this old town, just broken halos and battlegrounds. Don't ask me what I came to find, I left the truth long behind. This heart's a flood and I let it spin, drowning in rain and rebellion again. Just cold stares, same old ghost still breathing air. Barroom lights flicker like fate, she was there but now it's too late. Every brick holds a tale I bled, a fight's a fire of words unsaid. I kissed goodbye with bloody lips, swore I'd never make this trip. It's rain and rebellion in my veins, thunder screams louder than my chains. No prayers left in this old
carved in bone, the kind of fire you ride alone. No grace to earn, no cross to bear, just muddy boots and a cold stare. I didn't come to make amends, I came to face how it all ends. This heart's a flood and I let it spin, drowning in rain and rebellion again.